How to make a camera or iPad stand that you can have above your desk looking down so you can see how you write or hold the pen or draw pictures or balance your checkbook or whatever you want to do. Well, you have to buy some sort of stand online, some sort of goosenecky thing or clampy thing or whatever. And chances are 9 out of 10, 99 out of 100 are going to be crappy. There's some element that's going to be crappy. Maybe the gooseneck is really, really strong and the clamp is here and the thing that holds the iPad or iPhone is up here. There's sort of three elements. Usually, if this is really strong and this is strong, this is really weak and it'll just fall down. It has erectile dysfunction. Otherwise, this is really, really strong and this is weak and will break and your iPad will fall on the ground and then crack. Or maybe this is crappy, the little clampy thing or the spring-loaded clampy thing. There's one that I had where the spring was really, really strong and it was meant to only be on a table that was maybe that thick. Well, my table is this thick. So I was pressing it open to open the jaws of life, and of course the plastic broke. The spring was very strong. So anyway, I don't know what is important to you, but probably these two things are more important than this. So what I've done is I found a lamp, table lamp, in the dumpster. It has a little bit of a weight here. It has a vertical thing here. And I hose clamped my springy thing that is connected to my little clampy thing. We'll talk about this in a second. Don't get anxious. So you start here by clamping this thing to this. Now chances are this is not meant to have something big and heavy way over here. So you have to add all sorts of weight over here. So get your cinder block or your pieces of cast iron or whatever, and you tie that to the opposite end of the arm. What I like about these things, rather than a clamp, is I can move these around more easily than I could unclamp something and move the clamp over. So this goes up here. So here's this thing that held the iPad in place. Well, of course, this is plastic and it's made in China or somewhere, and they don't care. They want your money. They don't expect it to last more than the boat over. So you end up having to adjust it to the right size and then wire it so it's tight. It doesn't go that way and your iPad falls and cracks. Don't want that. So I have wired it and taped it to keep it all together. And then what's this thing you say? Well, just in case the iPad starts to slide, you don't want it to slide out of the jaws of life that it has. So I have added this little hook to keep it from doing that. Now, that hook could be made of a bent hanger, it could be made of something else, and just a minute. It could be made of a bent hanger or I don't know what, something stronger than a pipe cleaner. And so this, what is this you say? Well, this is one of these. It's a little lyre that attaches to a trumpet or a cornet or a trombone or a sousaphone or something. This one, because it has this little angle in it, it probably was on some sort of French horn kind of a thing. So you look in your newspaper, you find out when the next marching band is coming through town, and you hide behind, something like if you're really skinny, you can hide behind a street light, lamppost. If you're heftier like I am, then you have to hide behind a mailbox. And you look at your binoculars, you look for the marching band, and here comes the sousaphone player. So sousaphone is here, he's walking down the street, he's playing Stars and Stripes Forever. Bump, 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 bump. Here's his music on his little thing. And you wait until he's sort of just about at you, and you run out, you knock him over, you unscrew the little pin that's holding it in place, and then you run away as fast as you can. Chances are he's going to be so discombobulated that he won't, and he's got this big tuba that he's holding, has to stand, he'll never catch you. Now the clarinetist who sees this happening, or the Secret Service that are, at the front of the line with the president or something, they might notice and run after you, but that's a risk you have to take. Or you bend a hanger. Anyway, you tie this all together, you lash it together, pretend this is what you've got on your desert island and you're trying to make a raft. You don't have to worry about mitering beautiful things or measuring with a micrometer. You just are close enough. And then you have this thing that's weighted, that can hold a big iPad over your workspace. Your hand isn't running into tripods or anything. You arrange your lighting so the lighting is coming this way rather than from the side, so you don't have shadows. And that's how you do it. So you do have to buy this kind of a thing. Well, you could make this out of cardboard or an erector set or something. It doesn't have to be a store-bought one. And this, you can find a gooseneck lamp in the trash almost any day of the week. And you get hose clamps and packing tape and picture hanging wire, and you're all set. Ta-da. The end. Write your answer, add to shopping cart, $1 million.